Howdy, everybody. It's Keish, uh, making my first YouTube video. If anyone has seen or heard of FaZe Jev, he's kind of the inspiration for the style of my videos. I'm going to be playing Rocket League and just be talking about the game and just kind of about me and what's going on in life. So first, me. My name is Keyshawn. I live in Nebraska. I know, not a lot of people know where that is. I live in Omaha specifically. Uh, you may know us for our zoo and hosting College World Series. We have the swim trials. Um, but for the most part, that's about all people know us for. Definitely not made for big cities. I am not a people person. Well, I enjoy people, but not big crowds. So Omaha's perfect. I enjoy it a lot. Oh, I went to high school in a town called Utan. If anyone knows where that is, I would be even more surprised. That is a very small, well, not very small to other people, not very small to me. Population was like 1,200. That's a bad touch. And then my fiance, soon to be wife, is from a town of 500, about 500. Um, so trust me, it gets way smaller than 1,200. I went to college after graduating in 2015 from high school for psychology, kind of paperweight degree. I wanted to become a school counselor. Went to school, got my master's for it. Um, After graduating in 2019, I got my master's in 2022 in school counseling. Applied for some jobs, and didn't get any. So and we had a family friend who works construction. So he heard about me not getting a job, and I got a job pretty much right after I graduated. In schools, you got to know your staff well before May, uh, usually. So I already knew I didn't have a job, so he got me a job in construction. I started out as a laborer, but because I worked hard and I guess I'm a little smart, I became a carpenter. That's not my background. Growing up, my parents, if something broke, we called somebody. Very rarely did we actually finish or do any sort of projects ourselves. So, if that puts things in perspective, the first time I held a drill, I was 24 years old. If you watch my shorts, you will see that I actually now actually kind of have an understanding of what I'm doing. I've been carpenter for about 2 years. My 2 years with this company will come up in this May, so it'll be here before we know it. So that'll be 2 years since I started this journey. That's wide. Since I started this journey as a carpenter, I have a second job where I am a cook at a ramen shop. No way. I've been there about a year and some change. Really enjoy it. But I only have a second job because I have a wedding coming up. April 27th is when I'm getting married. A second job just to help, fluff the bank account so when time came to pay for the wedding, it wouldn't hurt as bad. Same time to pay for the wedding, it kind of hurt. That was the most money I think I've spent in my life, but it'll be worth it. I have no regrets. I think our guest list was about 193, 194 people. So a whole big crowd of people. But it's all family. It's all family, friends, people that we know really well. Um, but that will be a great time. Weddings are one of those things you don't worry about money. It's all about having a good time. It's all about the experience. As my dad says, you pay for quality, and this will definitely be a quality time with quality people. So, GG. So I'm not sweating this one. My first gaming system was the original Xbox, that big old brick. That thing was a monster. So I grew up playing a lot of Xbox, and then got a Wii, uh, mainly for Guitar Hero, which was my favorite, gotta be top three favorite games. I love Guitar Hero. GameCube. Oh, GameCube. GameCube was nostalgic. GameCube playing Mario, all the Mario games. That system was amazing. Oh my goodness. Um, and then I switched to PlayStation solely to play this game, Rocket League. I knew I had to play it. It looked so. I never played the predecessor. I never played it, never heard of it. But I saw Rocket League and it just looked like the game for me. So I switched to PlayStation just to play this game. Left all my friends on Xbox, dropped everything, even got a few of my best friends to switch to PlayStation. I was such a Rocket League geek. I mean, every day I was playing Rocket League since it came out. I mean, I love this game. Will always have a special place in my heart, and I will always play it. I play a lot of League of Legends now. I play a lot of League of Legends right now, but I figured making the first video, I gotta play the game that. I mean, I can't get enough of this game. As you can see from my earlier matches, I'm Diamond 3. I kind of hover Diamond 3 Champ 1. The best I've ever been was when I was grinding this game every day while I was still in college. So working 2 jobs now, having to win to pay for, I don't have as much free time. But that'll be changing once I get rid of my second job after the wedding. So I plan to start grinding this game more, try to get back to my form that I was in before, being champ 2. I have that old. I'm the old Rocket League man that sticks to his old guns. Doesn't do the cool new things like flip resets. Uh, yeah, I still can't. In fact, let's work on our flip resets. I still can't flip reset. I try and I try and I try. Maybe once I have more time, I'll do it. But I just can't do it. I focus on things like rotations, passing, quality shots. I mean, I'm an old man in Rocket League terms. I'm 26, maybe old to some people, not old to most. But in Rocket League terms, I'm old. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I just can't get with the new times. Let's see. Let's see if I can even get a flip reset. Okay, I got it, but that's a bad. Like that's not a good shot. I can. I say I can do it. I mean that's probably the best you're gonna get out of me if I'm being honest. The other game I play and I get a lot of slack for playing it is League of Legends. I do really love League of Legends. That's fine. They make multiple games for multiple different kinds of players. You have your MMORPG players, you have your MOBA guy, you have your Rocket, you have your sport competitive esport titles. I mean, you have your first person shooters. I mean, there's multiple games for multiple people. That, not much of any other gamer. I love esports game like competitive games. A little bit of CS2. I'm not very good at first person shooters. In fact, I'm really bad at first person shooters. I'm really bad at first person shooters. I'm a competitive esports guy because I'm a competitive person. I love sports. All sports except for hockey. I am Philly. I'm Philadelphia. Wearing a Sixers shirt right now. I'm Philly 100% of the way in everything except hockey, which is one of my favorite sports. Hockey, I am an LA Kings fan. Reason for that, and I'll never forget it. I scored for the first time, and I heard their goal horn, just a simple train horn, but I loved it. I've played all the other teams. Boston has a great goal horn. Washington has a great goal horn. I mean, there are so many good goal horns in the NHL. But for some reason, this one goal horn just was above the rest. I don't know why. And I think it was on NHL 12. Or NHL 12 or NHL 11. One of those. I don't know why. I stuck with them ever since. I think it was NHL 10 or 11. And then go figure, the Kings end up winning Stanley Cup in 2012. Stuck with them ever since. I still have them today. I have a Kings flag right here. So I'm not. I won't ever be Flyers. I support the Flyers because they're Philadelphia, but my team in hockey will always be the Kings, no matter what. Another big part of my life is music. Musically, I'm not a musically talented person. I am just a music head, I guess. I really appreciate music. It doesn't matter the genre. If you looked at my Apple Music replay, it would be all over the place. From deathcore metal to house music to melodic dubstep to alternative rock to just traditional old metal like Metallica, Slipknot. It it doesn't matter. If it's out country, I live in Nebraska. I have to listen to country, old country. Right now, I listen to a lot of Lorna Shore. I love Will Ramos and Lorna Shore. He is such a good vocalist. He's just such a talented kid. Kid? I don't know how old he is. He looks younger than me. He's a talented guy. And I also listen to a ton of Sleep Token. If you know Sleep Token, you know why I listen to a ton of Sleep Token. Musically, they are just some of the best ever. Pick up a guitar, drums, and sing on a mic. There's the only genre they can't do is country. Is because why would they? One, I guarantee if you gave Vessel, the lead singer and guitarist for Sleep Token, if you told him he had to incorporate country into a song, I know for a fact he could do it and he would do it well. I don't know what he'd do, but he would do it. I know for a fact. EDM wise, I listen to a lot of Arm & Hammer. They are one of my favorite groups. Uh, I listen to a lot of Soar, if anyone's heard of him. He's a melodic dubstep guy. One of my favorites. And then I listen to a lot of like alternative, so just kind of whatever. I listen to a lot of Nothing Nowhere. He is absolutely one of my favorites. His just kind of resonates with me a little more. And then another alternative group I listen to they're called Cult. CVLTE is how they're spelled. They're like a Japanese, but they do both Japanese and English lyrics. They're like a Japanese alternative. You could call them alternative. And then I listen to a lot of Crowd of Rebellion, which is also another Japanese band. They're a little more heavier on Japanese lyrics. They still do English lyrics, but they're a little heavier than Cult. They have some metal to them. Some songs of theirs are pretty heavier metal. No, well, not heavier metal. Heavier rock, fringing on metal, but mainly rock. I listen to a lot of soundtrack from anime, like Your Lie in April soundtrack, Attack on Titan soundtrack, Silent Voice. Oh my God, a Silent Voice. I could listen to that soundtrack all day. It just kind of depends on the mood, honestly. That's kind of how I judge my music. It's just kind of how I'm feeling. And I love singing, even though I'm not good at it. I try to say I'm good at it, but I know I'm not. I only sing in the car because there no one can judge me but me. Obviously, you can see from the books behind me. Big manga reader. I watched a little bit of anime. I kind of fell out of it after college. Kind of fell into reading because of Attack on Titan. It's because between seasons it would be some years before the next season would come out, and I kind of grew impatient. I wanted to know what happened. So I started reading the manga, and then I was like, this is kind of cool. Maybe I should read other manga. Then it just kind of turned into this bookshelf, and then there's another one over there. Favorite manga would definitely be Tokyo Ghoul. And right now I'm reading One Piece. Right now I'm on book 91. Whenever that ships for now, I'm just kind of waiting. But luckily I have Sui Ishida's latest manga that he's been writing. It's called Chojin X. Kind of similar to Tokyo Ghoul. I like it. Mainly just because I like Sui Ishida. So I'm reading that right now just until 91 comes, and then it's off and running to catch up to One Piece. I would definitely say One Piece is up there as one of my favorites. Attack on Titan is a masterpiece. That is also one of my favorite mangas. This is kind of my first YouTube video. Once I get more free time, once I leave my second job, I plan on starting to try to upload every day, if not every other day. Just try to try out this YouTube thing. I've been posting shorts for a little bit, kind of, and I've been watching Jev, and it's been kind of inspiring me to make my own videos. So whether this gets no views, 2 views, 3 views, doesn't matter. I'm going to keep pumping it out just like my shorts. So it's been Quiche. We'll see you next time. Eagles, Sixers, Phillies. So